doing my persuasive speech on why you should pick New Zealand as your next holiday destination. Firstly, I understand that looking at the price tag of airplane tickets can be quite dissuading from choosing New Zealand as your holiday destination. Having traveled back and forth many times now as a college student, I realize it's very expensive to even just fly to New Zealand, but I believe in purchasing such an expensive ticket, you really are getting value for money. I put these three pictures here because an example I wanted to use to illustrate this point is Queenstown. Queenstown is a destination in the South Island of New Zealand, known for its beautiful winter holiday opportunities. So a lot of people usually go there during the winter to ski and snowboard and visit all the beautiful sights. And a lot of people look at it as this like really expensive touristy destination that you can only go if you're super rich. And growing up even in New Zealand myself for a while, I thought that was true. But having gone on a few vacations there now, I realize that it's not the case. You can actually plan your vacation depending on your budget very easily, so you can get all you want out of it. So if you do have a bit more money and you want to spend a bit more to enjoy yourself while you're on your vacation, there are many options. So as we can see, these are all my own personal photos. I put the beautiful landscapes. You can go hiking. You can get nice fancy guided tours throughout the mountains. My friend did a helicopter tour once, which is definitely getting value for money. They take you up into the mountains and you get to hike out in the snow. You can spend your money snowboarding, skiing, or you can spend your money, they have these like underwater jet boat things that look like little sharks that are very cool, or actual jet boating too along the river. You can go bungee jumping and skydiving. It's like really the big tourist destination. But you can also choose to have value for your money and spend it on things like hiking, hanging out with your friends, going for walks. My family and I did a really nice bike ride. You can do a lot of cheaper things to get the most out of your holiday in Queenstown, which is something that most people don't really realize. A lot of New Zealand has lots of self-guided tours and things where you can do Google searches and find lots of little holes in the ground to go and visit. So I just thought Queenstown was a good example of this because a lot of people view it as an expensive party town that you need lots of money to go to, but it's really not the case. To go on from this, there's lots of low-cost options throughout the country that really make this expensive plane ticket worth your money. So these are all examples of cheap holidays that I went on throughout New Zealand. So in the middle, we traveled up to Mount Maunganui, which is like a beach surf town just up on the North Island. I spent a week over in New Year's there, exploring the beaches and swimming, surfing, all of that kind of thing. Very low cost. We just spent our money on brunch usually and lots of nice food places and just cute things like that. And then on the way home, I actually went to this waterfall, completely free, just a nice little Google search and local knowledge, found a cute swimming spot there to hang out in. And then this is a picture of a vacation my friends and I went on after we graduated high school. It was about a 4-hour drive from where I live. We did lots of free things while we were there. This is a hike to a little swimming spot that we found. We also went hiking up to a really old historic lighthouse. We did a self-guided wine tour. We did a bike tour where we just hired some cheap bikes. Like New Zealand has a lot of beautiful nature, and it often doesn't cost very much to go and visit that nature. So it's really just a place you can take advantage of in many different ways. I also think that you should pick New Zealand for your next vacation spot, just because there are like so many different styles of holiday that you can get. As I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for like a beautiful winter destination, Queenstown is definitely the way to go. They have all you can want in terms of winter stuff, snowboarding, skiing, like I said before, lots of hiking, and just all beautiful mountains just to sit around and look at too. Where I'm from, Wellington is a really nice place for people who like a bit of history and culture. They're known for like great food spots. That's where our Parliament is. There's lots of nice art galleries and museums to look at. Te Papa, big cultural museum there too. Of course, you can do lots of nature as well, but it's known for this urban lifestyle feel if you want that kind of vacation. or I put Coromandel on here as well. It's up north, so it's a bit hotter. It's a typical beach town, lots of beautiful scenery, and just your typical beach holiday if that's what you're looking for. And my last reason I think something that comes down to the reason why we all travel is just culture. So we have the indigenous people, the Māori people, and we haven't always done it right when it comes to treating them. There's a lot of dark history around that, but these days we are working very well in integrating Māori culture back into our everyday life. I grew up learning Te Reo Māori in primary school, and I think traveling to New Zealand, there's lots of opportunities to see the culture when you're out and about and just gain some new appreciation for all of that. But those are the main reasons why I think you should visit New Zealand as your next holiday destination.